You are now tuned in to the From Earth podcast with your host, Julius from Earth. Check us out on any of the major digital streaming platforms or on our website at FromEarthPodcast.buzzsprout.com. And as always, thank you for tapping in. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We're on.
Let's go.
We're on. Episode 57 of the From Earth podcast.
Yes, sir.
The From Earth podcast. Yeah, see, you know what? Hold on, let me.
Hold up.
Said it real fast.
Hold up.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? This is your host Julius from Earth.
Oh my God.
With the From Earth podcast, episode 57 in the building. We got the homie B Davis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we got M Dollar up in the building.
Oh, M.
I don't know what you want. How you want me to introduce you?
Meeks.
All right, we got Meeks in the building too. We got Meeks in the building, filling in for Esoteric. You know, our usual co-host from week to week. Meeks, I appreciate you showing up tonight.
Thank you for
I really do. I know you've been hitting me up talking about let me get on your podcast.
Yes.
Let me get on your pod.
For having me.
So yeah, I'm glad you're in the building tonight. I'm glad I promise you it's gonna be easy going. I'm not gonna hit you with any curveball topics.
Yo, he's lying.
Oh.
He's lying. Don't believe him.
I'm gonna try to keep it nice for you though.
You better.
I'm gonna try to keep it nice for you. But because you're on, I think I did tell you, off mic that you are gonna represent all women tonight.
All of them.
So just know, that's the game plan.
Boy.
Every last one of them, every woman.
Every last.
You are every woman.
All right.
Okay, my bad. Well, since we got you, Meeks, we're gonna start off with talking about one of the I don't know, what do you call it? The music industry squabbles, beefs.
Oh God.
With the baby and Danny Lay. We got to do it.
They got beef.
That's the culture. That's the culture we're in right now.
Oh,
that's the culture we're in right now. For anybody who doesn't know, the baby is a rapper. I guess he's more of a what do you call that? A pop star. He's more of a pop star. I mean, he does rap music, but he's more of a pop star.
He's a rapper, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't classify him as a rapper. I would call him a pop star.
Oh wow. Okay.
I really would.
All right.
And Danny, yeah. I would.
Okay.
I would. And Danny Lay is I guess like a R&B type of singer, songstress. And between the two of them, they were, in a relationship.
Yeah, sort of.
She had a child. They had a child together. And recently in the news, in the Twitter streets, the Twitter streets, they've been back and forth between Twitter, IG, with all the videos of a squabble, an altercation, and it kind of turned ugly. So, and my take on it, from what I saw, she ended up with like a simple assault charge.
Wait, she got a charge.
She got a charge. She got a simple assault charge. She was He put her out the house. And my thing about that is like she still got all these videos and up and people's in her corner. When I say people, you know who I'm talking about when I say people.
Well, women.
She got women in her corner.
Well.
I told you you was gonna represent every woman tonight. I told you you was gonna represent every woman. So I know you're familiar with the story.
Okay.
If you want to give your take on what you saw and let us know. Fill us in.
I think every woman that has had a failed relationship with their child's other parent, in some kind of way, empathize, sympathize, connected. You know what I mean? Because you kind of, in that moment, you feel like, how dare you? I just had your baby. The baby's like 3 months old.
Yeah. Yes.
So there is a part of a woman that we do connect when we're like, oh, he ain't Can we cuss?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
he ain't
explicit.
shit.
This is
Like,
explicit.
Why would you do that? And then put it on IG and all that other stuff. So for that part of it, I feel where every woman connected with her in that regard.
Yeah.
Because I read the comments. I do. I go straight to comments all the time.
I think we all do. That's kind of part of that's part of social media. You see something
That's
crazy,
where the fun
like,
is at.
yeah, you want to know what everybody else talking about.
Comments. I definitely did that. So I feel like maybe there was a lot that connected with her, but there was some that was kind of like I think they said she earned it because he had another
did.
child's mom, and
Correct.
she kind of stepped on her toes.
Correct.
So then is that part where you have that, well, how you get him, how you want him.
She lost him, how she got him. Yep.
So that's that woman speaking on her behalf. And then it's the woman who felt like, girl, you know who he is. Like, we all know who the baby is.
Correct. He got a reputation.
Hello, Dave Chappelle just had to go fight for his right back, with the whole Rolling Loud concert.
Yeah. Yes.
So, like, Dave Chappelle just put his neck on the line for you for that, and then you go do this. It's kind of like she was expecting too much. Whenever I think of the baby, first of all, I think about him doing that dance he did into the gas station with the guy in the back with the radio. Every time I think of him, I see that video. So it's like, how do you take him serious?
So B, before I interject, what input or what was your thought process?
I didn't really have one, man. I thought it was all entertainment. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, oh, y'all looking too much into celebrity lives and this and that. And I'm like, listen, he put it on IG Live, bro.
Correct.
Like, and from his standpoint, when he's like, yo, I gotta record this for posterity, or just to be able to show whoever afterwards, after allegations might come out, da-da-da-da-da. Like, I understand that in today's day and time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in a situation that might be getting a little heated between you, especially when it's people of opposite sexes, perhaps you think, all right, I need to document this or something in case something gets said that didn't happen, right? Like, I'm not going to fault him for that if he felt that he was in that situation. But to put it on IG Live, I'm like, you just putting this out here now for our entertainment, bro.
Everybody's entertainment.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all for public consumption.
Yeah, you putting this out there for the clicks and for the likes and for the comments and the retweets and all of that. So for me, it was funny.
It brings me back to everything is attention, right? There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Like, I can't sit here and honestly, like, really feel bad for either. Like, I don't know what's going on in their relationship. I don't know what started the argument. Right? All I know is that at some point he asked her to leave, and it was like 3:00 in the morning or something like that. You know what I mean? And he told her to get out the crib. I don't know why. Right? And I don't know if anybody knows why at this point. We just all got caught up in the fact that he was kicking her out the crib and she caught a charge. And that's pretty much where the story stopped. You know what I mean?
But I think that for me as a woman, if I'm living in your house for the past 3 months, and then you just walk in the house at 2 in the morning and say, I need you gone.
But is that what we know happened? Like, and I'm genuinely asking that question. Like, how did they get to, I want you to get out the house?
I just saw the live where he was like, the police was there.
So
and that's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead, Jules.
Yeah, here's a little bit of what I heard, and I'm spitballing and don't quote me, but a little bit of what I heard was that she had a plan B delivered sent to the crib. Yeah. And I guess he found out, or he saw it, and he was offended by the fact that she had a plan B. Like, yo, you're not trying to have another child by me. That's the word that I got, right? That's what I understood. And so for that, it was like, okay, so they argued over that. The timing of it, like you said, B, 2:00, 3:00 in the morning is wild. To tell somebody, yo, you got to get up and you got to get out of my crib. Right. Like, that's a wild thing, because you're right. I think that if anybody tell me I got to get up and leave at 3:00 in the morning, especially if I was sleeping or whatever. With a baby? But I'm probably going to be a little upset, right?
And that's the important part. Like, if we're actually worried about, like, the relationship portion of this, right? That's the important part of the conversation, right? Is what led up to at 3:00 in the morning, yo, get the fuck out.
There's nothing that you can tell me aside from the fact that she done slapped your mom, and you just found out about it at 2:45.
And here's, I guess, I don't know if this is the difference from a female point of view to a male point of view, but, like, there becomes a point in an argument with a significant other or just a woman in general where you're just like, yo, you gotta get away from me. So he should have left. It's his crib.
But she had the baby. It's a 3-month-old baby. Okay, and here's the thing. Now, I did see the comments where they were saying, like, how come it was like women use the child? Like, if I gotta go, so does my child. He is a good dad. We see him with his other children, so I did hear that argument. However, this is a new mother at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I feel you.
It's just like there's something. If that was whatever was they were arguing about, whatever was being said, for all women representing right now, he could have been the one to not the hell come home.
So my question is, do we truly think that this is the first time that they beef like this? Right?
Nah.
So we don't know because we're not there, but I would imagine for it to escalate as quickly as it did.
Yeah.
This probably ain't the first time that they beef like this. Right? The other part of it is too, like, yo, you're Danny Lay. Like, yeah, you just had this child and you're recovering or whatever, but you got money too. Like, why is y'all together if y'all beef like this? Why are y'all living together, staying together if y'all got this issue between the two of you?
Because somebody's parents gotta stay together.
Man, all right. Well, then let's bring it.
Somebody's parents.
Let's bring it to this then. Let's bring it to this then. Yo, what about like isn't that part of the whole having protections for yourself before having children? You know, yeah, he could put her out at any time if it's his place, but if it's their place, you get what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. My whole thing is, I know that women went into cape mode for Danny Lay. I know they did. As moms and everything, I know they went into cape mode for her. But my thing about it is, were the signs not there?
So can I speak for the other woman? Because I spoke for those ones. But now there's the ones like, for me, I can't comfortably be dependent on somebody. I think for me, when I had my daughter, it just kind of took everything out the equation for me. Like, I can't rely on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So like that part of it. Like, if you're gonna put me out at 2 o'clock in the morning, he would have been pissed. Because I would have packed the bag and been like, oh, okay. And I'd have packed my baby up, and we would have skedaddled. And he would have been like, where the fuck is she going at 2 o'clock in the morning? Who does she know? Don't even worry about it.
Right.
But I'm going to make sure that mine's is okay. You know what I mean? So for that part of her that she sat and argued with him and entertained him, that part I didn't agree with. And there were plenty of women who I know was like, what the fuck is she still doing there?
See, and so here's the thing. I don't fault her for living there. They had a baby together.
Absolutely. But when he came and said go, at 2:45 in the morning, and they put that shit on IG Live,
right? Yeah, that's the point where I
I've been
felt
joining his live from the fucking elevator going down to my car, packing it like with my new dude. They just seen his feet walking.
You just saw the hand. You just saw the hand in the video,
right?
He would have been like the lady on what's that? Muppets. You see her feet. You see her feet walking across. Like, yes, he would have been helping me pack up everything, and they would have been like, "Well, who the hell is this? Who is this?"
Right.
So
don't worry about it.
That's all I'm saying. And I know you say you don't fault her for living there.
Right? I don't.
I defer. I mean, that's where you and I differ, because my thing is, if you don't have that coverage, if you don't have those protections, you need to have your own.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, bro. Like, they was all over social media a while back, flaunting their relationship. Absolutely. Like, I know he was on the IG Live talking about, you a side bitch. You was always my side bitch. Your parents know you my side bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, like, to me, that's for me personally, that's over the line, right? Yeah. Like, I try not to disparage anybody I've been in a relationship with in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever happened. But if I do something like that, to me, it makes me look like a clown. Oh. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to trash the person I'm with, like, I literally have a baby with this person, right? And you're on video trashing them. Like, you look like a clown then, my dude. Like, if you're dealing with a woman that you think that lowly of. You see what I'm saying?
I do. But my thing, and I'm not, and why I don't totally disagree with you. Like, his stage name is the baby, DA baby. Right. He got a reputation. Listen. He got a reputation that precedes him.
Oh, look, the red flags were there, right? And this is
that's
part of
point.
Part of the conversation that I was seeing.
Too much.
Part of the conversation that I saw, and I think I even commented on it online at some point.
Oh, you was in the comments?
I retweeted somebody because I saw something and I was like, I hear you, but this ain't it, right? It was women saying, oh, see, men need to talk to their male friends and tell them not to act this way and this and that. But I'm like, how many women was telling Danny up front, like, yo, this ain't the move? You see what I'm saying?
There's
So like,
accountability on both sides.
there's
Because
accountability
if both of y'all
everywhere.
had friends that was talking y'all some sense, we all wouldn't be sitting here witnessing.
So here's the thing: men don't operate that way, right? Like I can tell my man sitting right here, like, yo, bro, this is what's going on. This is what I see happening. These are the moves that I see you making. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're doing the right thing. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to.
But y'all have a way.
Nah, we don't.
Guys have a way.
We don't.
Let's get it.
You know,
Let's get it.
Have
Nah.
a way.
Let's get
You
it,
know what
man.
men do?
No, y'all do.
I got you.
Men have a
Go ahead.
way.
Go ahead. Mhm.
Y'all might not be how like we get with on our girlfriends to be like, bitch, tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all might not get it that way, but y'all will roast the hell out of a dude that's on some dumb shit
Yes.
to make him either get in line,
No.
or stay away from y'all.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what men do.
Now let's talk about it.
Men,
get it.
I will roast the hell out of my brother.
Exactly.
All the time.
And what's he gonna do?
He will do whatever he wants. He knows when I disagree with him. We
Mm-hmm.
have conversations. We have honest conversations. I'm like, bro, you're wilding right now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? In situations like this, he's gonna do what he wants because men do what works in the situation. So for a situation like with the baby and Danny Lee, if he's running around and talking about, oh, this is a side bitch, da 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 da, I got all these other chicks, yada yada yada, it's because it works for him. It's because somebody else is allowing it to happen. And as long as it's allowed to happen for him, it's a successful maneuver. Regardless of what me as his man say, whether I point it out as wrong as not, for him, he's winning in his current situation.
It was cool. It was cool when he went from, what's her name, Mimi, to Danny Lay. Everybody was cool with that, right? Danny Lay was cool with that. She flaunted about it. She talked about it. She made statements, jokes about, oh, I took your man and everything like that.
Did she make a song about it, bro?
Bro, she made a song.
She had a
about
whole
it.
song about it.
It was cool.
Yellow
it
Bone,
was cool,
something
right?
other, yeah.
So in this situation, like I said,
So for him, he won. He was winning in his situation at that moment in time. So he's not going to deviate from what he's doing.
Let's go, man.
Regardless of what his man said.
You hear me
I'm
bringing it over
not.
here.
Listen, I'm not saying that's the
Trying to
correct
keep
thing to
myself
happen,
together.
but I'm telling you how it happens.
And here's my thing, and that's not my point. And what I'm saying,
All right.
if y'all roasting,
Mm-hmm.
for example, in the office, just around the office,
Here we go.
when somebody was slacking or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we would roast the shit out of them.
absolutely.
What did they do?
I mean,
one of the two things: they would either
They
tighten
either
up,
had to tighten up.
Yeah.
or they would avoid
Yeah.
getting all of us in the area to start roasting them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, for men, if more of y'all was to say to him, or to not make it be like it was cool to have a side bitch, you think there would be something? I'm gonna put this on IG Live. If somebody of his boys would be like, that's nutty as hell.
I got you.
That's dumb as shit to do something. Why
got
would you
you.
do that ignorant dumb shit?
I'm gonna tell
to
you
make
why.
him feel like this might not get me them points I think I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Guys,
So just like from your example of doing something in the office, here's the difference. There's no vagina involved. When you're talking about smashing,
no.
this is a
But
whole
here's the thing.
different.
I'm
This is a whole
talking-
different situation now.
But I'm talking to Jules because I just said office, but we've had conversations where the guys have had where it was either basketball conversations, their representant, whoever their person was that they loved, when they wanted that one person to either shut up or they roasted them or they made them uncomfortable, so they didn't want to come around.
Was there vagina involved?
Sometimes it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it
Like,
was.
because that's a differentiator.
Sometimes it was.
You know what I'm saying? And then you still got to wonder what that person is doing in private. Like that's the thing. When you're talking about smashing, if a dude is doing something on a pathway to smashing and he is then successful, and in this case, dude's smashing multiple chicks,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be hard to pull him off that path. It's gonna be hard work.
Let me tell you right now, the baby is definitely in a class of, it's gonna be hard for him to, like, yeah, he's pretty much been at his lowest, and they've accepted him. Like he's been his most gutterous, his most. This is who I am. I'm the most ain't shit dude you gonna find.
Yes.
And chicks is still rolling, so he really don't. You know
He's
what
a
I'm
red
saying?
flag rich nigga.
Oh, let's.
Exactly. Well, let's talk
You
about
understand what I'm
it.
saying?
Like, let's get into
He's
it.
a red flag rich nigga.
Let's get
That's
into it.
why.
Nah, listen. He has credibility. He has street credibility
Yeah, he does.
because of the happenings at Walmart
Listen.
several years in the
I'm
past.
still touched that Dave Chappelle even on his behalf.
You know
He
what I
said,
mean?
I'm here tonight.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. And think about this. But let's talk. But let's talk about
With his
it.
chest.
Let's talk
release
about
of
it,
the
right?
baby.
Let's talk about it. So he's got a reputation of being you know, he's with it, you know, no matter what the situation calls
No
for.
matter.
And then his career took off. His music career took off.
Yeah.
And then
Quickly.
he went from his then baby mom to his current baby mom, and everybody loved it. Like, people loved the fact that the baby and Danny Lay got together.
Right.
Oh my God, that's goals, right? Everybody was talking about it. But the red flags was there. Now I'm not one to get in women's business publicly, but privately, I be talking about y'all, like, for real, because it seems though to me that women are so quick to tell us guys what guys should do or what other guys should do, and the reality of it is that there's plenty of things that guys should do that I think we all notice. Women, let's not be unreasonable when we start to see those flags. When y'all talk about having the sixth sense and intuition, and you ain't never heard nothing about men's intuition.
Nothing.
You ain't never heard nothing about men's intuition. Yeah, we stupid. We the rockheads, right? Okay, but cool. but let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. We're stupid. We're the rockheads. But he out here, you know what I mean, doing what he want to do. He kicking chicks out of his crib. She the one getting
It's the
charges.
money.
She the
Trust
one
and
getting charges.
Trust and believe. Before he was the baby, he was just local.
I mean, it's
He
possible.
was
it's
local.
probable.
He was Raheem off of Juice. He was local. He wasn't
yeah.
even Raheem. He was what is it, still. He was even, he was still.
Like I said,
But now he has money. Like the same reason that girls fall over Jay-Z. It's the money. It's the
hey,
prestige,
we
it's
not
the
gonna let you
power.
slander Hove
You already
though.
know how I
We not
feel
gonna let you
about
slander
I'm not, how's
Hove.
that slander? He's ugly, and he knows he's ugly.
And that's the part that for me, right? Like, Jay-Z's ugly in your eyes, right?
Yes.
Okay. How you bag Beyonce then?
Hello, that was an arrangement. They just happen to fall in love over time.
Oh, you think that's love?
No. I said it was an arrangement.
It's
They
an
just happened to have
arranged.
some children.
It's an arranged. That was an arrangement.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same way when it happened.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that was definitely
talk about it.
that was a boss business move.
Listen here.
That's exactly what it is. Let's call it what
Yeah,
it is.
it was
That was a
definitely a business.
Let's call what it
fantastic
is business, right? Let's
Yeah.
call what it is business.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there was definitely something there.
But at the same point in time, let's go back to what I said.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This nigga loves
He
love.
was ugly. He's
First of
been
all-
ugly. Have you ever heard him talk? He even talks ugly. Did you ever
Yo,
talk?
you just sound like a world class hater right
No,
now,
I-
Meeks.
listen here.
And I'm glad. You know,
I
I'm
like
so
Jay-
I'm
listen
so
here, I
glad you're
will
in the
give
building
him-
tonight. I'm so glad you're in the
We've had
building.
these talks, so you want to try to bring it back to what we
No.
talked about before?
Let's
We did
get
this
it.
about
No, let's
Jay-Z
get
and
it. Let's get
everything.
it because we can talk
I
about Hov.
definitely have respect for him as far as what he's accomplished and what he's done and
Yeah.
all of the above. I do. Absolutely.
So it's cool. It's cool for a woman to marry a dude for his money.
I'm saying that happens. Why are we sitting here trying to?
No, I'm just making sure
Pick
I'm
up
clear. I'm
sticks
just making
over
sure I'm clear on
what
that.
it is. It
I'm making
happens.
no. I'm making sure I'm clear on
Through
that
all
because
races. Hello.
because if a guy
Arranged marriages.
so if a guy is it okay, is it also equally okay for a guy to marry a woman for her looks?
That's what happens.
Okay, cool.
Why are we sitting here?
No.
acting like this shit don't go
I'm not
down?
trying. I'm not trying to act like nothing. I'm trying to clarify. I'm trying to
It's
clear
what's
the air
been happening.
because you're every woman tonight.
Facts. So we're getting this on record.
Yeah, you're every
But it
woman.
has
tonight.
When this
been.
comes up
So
later,
when so
No,
when
but it happens.
so when
I'm
so
not-
when
I'm not
guys
here. I'm not. Listen here. I cannot in one night disprove every,
yes, you can.
metaphor.
We're gonna keep asking.
You can ask me. I'm gonna tell you now.
We're gonna keep
Women
going.
marry. Here's the thing. Most women, some women, a few women, marry for money, secure. Because you want security. Hello, I want to be able to be comfortable, to be able to be happy and make you happy. If I'm happy, that's where the whole happy wife, happy life come from. And guys get all offended by that shit. Like, why can't I be happy too? No, she's saying, if you do what it takes to keep me happy, I'm going to bend over backwards and make sure that you're happy and you ain't worry about nothing.
false, but go ahead.
No, that's very true.
Okay. All right. All right. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Keep going.
Don't be jaded.
I'm not being jaded, Meg. I'm telling you
That
what.
is true.
Nah, that ain't true. That
It
ain't
is.
true. Yo, if let's call it what it is, right? If there's conditions to a relationship, then it's transactional.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Right? And if it's transactional, then it's not love. It's business.
But see, not
Let's call it
everybody.
what it is.
But
Jay
here's the
Lee in his
thing.
bag tonight.
Let's call it what
But,
it
okay,
is.
so
like
here's
it.
the question: why can't I be secure? Why can't I?
Yo, you can't even ask it without laughing. That's the whole point. You can't even ask it without laughing.
Right.
Why
Because
can't
you
I
know how
want-
silly it's gonna sound. Go ahead.
Why can't I want the security? Why can't I have the financial, like, to know that if I flick this fucking switch on, it's gonna come on, and at the end of the month, it's gonna get paid, and I ain't gotta go.
Because y'all out here fighting for equality on everything across the board.
Except the bills.
Yeah, that's y'all out here. Yo, your people, your species.
Not my
You are every woman. So let's get it.
Oh my goodness.
Your species,
I feel set up.
your Venusians, whatever y'all call yourselves, right? Is out here fighting for equality and everything, like
Okay,
we
so
said,
let's
except the
talk
bill.
about. So first of all,
Let's get
there's
it.
different types of classes of women.
Oh man, we got different classes of
They
women now.
are.
Here we go.
It's a higher.
Yo, y'all.
Here we go.
All right, go ahead. But we're
Just
all right,
like
man.
it's different levels of ain't shit dudes, and it goes into
Y'all love
like,
that phrase too, yo.
It goes into levels and different standings and stuff. It's tiers and shit. It's the same kind of with women. And even we as women, we classify other women. We're like, yeah, no, she don't sit with us.
No, y'all don't.
Yeah, we
No,
definitely
y'all
do.
don't. Yo, y'all behind every chick.
No, we don't.
Y'all behind every chick. Yo.
Absolutely not.
Man, listen. Yo, how you gonna get on here and just cap now?
No, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of black women who I will definitely stand up in the middle of the we are every woman clapping, and I will point out them bitches like, sis, she's not with us. Don't clap for her.
Well, listen.
She looks like
listen.
us, but she's not.
I need you to
with
get.
us.
I need you to get your delegation together,
Right.
Listen.
and form a cohort.
You just
a
put me in charge
coalition.
of the girls tonight, so I don't understand how
And
much
form
work
a
you
coalition,
want me to do on such a
because I'm
short
telling you,
notice,
I'm
okay?
telling you, your counterparts is out here and they're
Listen.
loud and they are strong and they are represented in great numbers.
No, they're not.
You feel me? I'm
I
telling
think
you,
you're-
they
I
are,
think
yo.
you're fabricating
They're
the
social
papers.
media loud.
I think you're juking the stats on some old wire shit. I don't think this is really what's happening.
Okay.
No, okay, so back to what I'm saying about the whole she's with him for money. Nobody in their right mind, you can see the poor baby was on there with her boobs all showing and her little wife beater all stretched out. Because she had been
'Cause
having
it's
a
3
baby
o'clock
for
in the
3
morning.
months.
Yeah.
She's just tired and
Yeah.
sick of it. The ponytail is back. No lashes, no nothing. Just leave me alone, asshole. What do you want? She didn't get with him because he was cute. Okay?
Well, then she didn't.
She didn't think he was cute.
Nah, but
okay?
the issue is she didn't secure the bag all the way.
Let me explain something to you.
You know what I mean? She got the shopping bag, but she ain't tied up tight.
Listen here. She knew if she left by that couple hours, he was gonna be calling her to come back. It's the game. And she was like,
Bingo.
I'm not doing this with you.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm not leaving just for you to have me come back tomorrow or the day after. Stop playing this fucking game. We're gonna just go ahead on lay your head down and go to sleep because you're attention seeking right now, and I don't feel like
They're going to be back together by this weekend.
Yo, how you using therapeutic intervention words? Attention seeking.
She should have rolled over with the baby. Like, if you don't put your head down and go to sleep,
Go ahead. B.
Bro, because if you look at the video, right? Like the videos that we saw didn't seem angry in the interaction. You know what I'm saying?
It's like this is normal.
Yeah, like she's walking around looking at the phone to see what type of angle she's getting caught at. You know what I'm saying?
and then he didn't. I think the one was he showed the baby or something,
Yeah.
and she didn't want the baby to be seen, and so like she was like, "This is my introduction to my baby to the world. Is you're gonna put it on IG?" It was like one of those type of things, and I'm like, I know. And then here goes my cynical. Here go these fucking kids on my aunt now. You know, I'm like, I know he didn't do all of this just to premiere
a new. It's
his
a rollout,
baby.
right? For a
Like,
rollout, right?
You know what I mean? Like this ain't no new gender
Nah.
reveal type shit that they're doing because they're so extreme with these parties.
Bro, he got a
But
whole.
I'm just sitting here like, is this his like this their way of showing the baby to the world?
He got a whole concert tour coming up.
Oh, it's all
Like
this
he
is,
starts a whole new concert tour next week.
Oh,
right?
this is We're Beefing 101.
Yeah, so I think a lot of this
Marketing,
was
publicity.
let's
Like I
get
said,
the
a
talk
rollout.
of
It's a rollout.
yeah let's get past the talk of the baby hates gay people, right? And let's talk about the baby got side bitches.
Well, you know, he might bounce back hard because there's
he'll be
no.
fine.
No. Does she identify as a black woman?
Yo.
So
Hey, yo.
so this was a
No, I'm
conversation
just
that happened
asking.
with her before
Does she
because
identify as a black woman?
is she mixed? Like what is she?
No. Does the world identify her as a black woman?
I think she might identify because I think she's mixed. Isn't that the problem?
Bro, don't ask me.
Because like wasn't that the whole issue with the Yellow Bone song and everything when he was talking about her like his dark skinned baby mom and this and that and he likes his yellow bone da.
But she's considered a black woman, though, right?
I didn't know she was black.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Okay, because he might recover. Because he bashed the gays and he was like, nigga.
Right.
And he was like, let me go kick this queen. Let me go smack this black girl. Let me go embarrass this black girl in public.
Because don't nobody care.
Because nobody really cares about the black girl.
All right, so let's get into it. Boom. I'm glad you. That was a beautiful transition too.
I'm just saying, like,
Hey yo, so we talked about how men will marry a woman for her looks. Women will marry a man for his money.
okay.
Can we really get into it? Do black women actually like black men?
Oh wow.
Can we get into it? I'm serious. Like I haven't had an opportunity to have this conversation.
Wow.
I haven't had an opportunity to have this conversation.
Okay, so here's where
Let's unpack it.
I'm so excited that
Yeah.
you even had that because here's what I said. As a black woman,
If you're Nubian king prince, all right, he's tall, dark, and handsome, but that nigga broke. You love that dude?
yeah,
Okay. You love him unconditionally.
yep.
All right, cool.
I'm just saying that we out here.
Yeah.
So here's the thing where I say where I'm going to go back to where I said about the baby when I kind of like made light of was she a black woman because we are the least respected in the whole realm of when you look at the hierarchy of how they say is white man, white woman, black man, black woman. We're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Then when you throw in the other races of like Asian, it's the Asian man, then it's the woman. Like, so we're like here. We have to put up with everybody. You know what I mean? At work, it's the white man. It's the white, you know what I mean? At home, it's the black man. We're there for everybody, but yet we're least heard.
Yeah.
In the sense of our opinion's not valuable until the very fucking end. When there's a crisis, then it's like, who do I know can fix this? Who do I know
Stacey Abrams.
Who do I know can fix this? You
My
know, like
go-to
we're
black woman.
Like we are like the who can fix this? We're everybody's go-to, whether it be an aunt, a grandma, a cousin, a sister, a wife, a friend, whatever. Like we are that, and it's like, but we are not valued, so we have to kind of go where we're going to be secure
So I'm gonna ask you again.
financially.
I'm gonna ask you again.
So wait. Before you get to this, Jay. So you're saying that because you don't feel like you're respected enough, that's why you have to marry a man for his money?
No, so I'm saying some women just feel like, well, if you're not gonna respect me as far as like what I do, then I'm gonna
Got
just
it.
go ahead and just kick your money, and I'm gonna
Okay.
just do what I do and be happy over here, and then we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Maybe.
So once again,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask.
We love black
Do black women?
No. Here's the question: do black men love black women?
Yes.
Not just no. Let's talk about it.
Come on.
Do you love the woman?
See, she got to find a way to quantify this.
Yeah, I have
because
to
apparently
say-
yes wasn't a good
It
enough
wasn't
answer.
enough. It wasn't sufficient.
Y'all
ahead.
don't. Not all of y'all.
So I don't. So
Because here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't like. Y'all might not like a Caucasian girl, but you'll get like a Spanish girl or a foreign just to say she's not white.
The same way that a black chick will marry a white dude, right?
How? Who?
For it's the prize, right?
Who?
It's
How?
It's
What
the
do you
prize.
mean?
It's the prize that's to come up, right? Because we just said that on the hierarchy, white men are at the top, right?
Well,
so that's
women,
we're talking financially.
Some black
Some black women. I'm
have
using your
married,
words.
No, listen. Some black women have married for money, and they feel like they're not gonna get it from black men, so they do or they have tried outside of their race
Or inside of their gender, but we don't have to go there. We can keep it. We can keep it on.
So is money the most important?
Sneaking these little
I'm just-
conversations.
Hold on. Because we keep talking about relationships in reference to money and financial stability. Is that the top reason for relationships from a woman's standpoint these days? So what's the top reason that they're getting into the relationship in the first place?
Well, when I got in my relationship, it was because I wanted to be with somebody. Like I wanted to go through life.
You love that. You love that.
And so, at what point does that turn into? Can this person that I want to be with for life also give me the security that I need? Yes or no, and then do I stay if they can't?
Well, see, here's the thing that for me, I can't. I'm in this instance. I'm not going to speak for all women.
No, you have to.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's not acceptable
I'm
here.
tell my story, and then those who connect with what I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm speaking for them.
All right, go ahead.
So I had like my own. So when I had my own, it was like, okay, now I want to be married. So like I had my own house, my own car, I had a career. Yeah, I had a child before that, but it was like I was established, and it was like, yeah, well now I kind of wanted to have that next level of what comes next.
You had an order that provided you your own structure and security and stability, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to put it.
Yeah,
out there
well,
like that.
but that started from like young. Like my father was very, don't move out into an apartment. My father was very like, if you leave here, move into a house. Don't go pay rent to, that kind of thing. So when I graduated college, it was more of like, okay, well, I'm just gonna save my money, and then had a child, and then that didn't work out. So then it was like, but I still want to have my own. So it was always like that thing of wanting to have my own. And then once I got my own, then it was like, well, now what I'm gonna do with it?
Right.
Like that's where I was sitting. Like, okay, well now I got the car, got the house, got the child, now what? Yeah. So then it was like, well now I want to have a husband, because then the next thing you're supposed to do when you get all this, you're supposed to get married.
You wanted to get married, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So then, so I met my husband, and so my thing to him, and like we got married really, really fast. So we dated within our marriage. We've been together for 12 years.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But it was like I told his mom and his family, as long as he can maintain himself, we'll be good together, because
you got you.
I got me. Yeah. So as long as he comes in maintaining him and he's a grown man, we'll be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so at this point in time, like we both walked into this relationship not to be saved.
There was no trauma bond between you two.
But it did.
Okay, go ahead.
Because here's the part where I tell people in marriage, like, if you're not willing to heal you, you're not gonna be successful in marriage, because of the fact that
She preaching. Let's go.
Yeah, she's giving a word right now.
Let's go.
Because like when you hit these, it's like when they say history repeats itself. When you hit like a certain age, you start to try to figure out like, what the fuck am I doing? And so, and you trying to figure out what the fuck am I doing, you start going back over your life.
Yeah.
Your childhood,
Yeah.
your parents, like how you grew up, and then you start to look at your children, if you do have them. You look at like, well, when I was this age, then that means my mom was this age. So you start thinking about, you know what I'm saying? And there's going to be some stuff that comes up within your life. And it's like, if you're not in a situation with somebody who's there to be your person, then you're not gonna succeed, because you're gonna be at your lowest. You're gonna feel like, am I even going in the right direction? You're gonna feel like I need to turn around and go back. You're gonna feel all of these things. If you're with somebody who's not down with you, like, okay, well, I'm with you.
See, and I'm so glad that you said all of that, right? Because that's the conversation that social media doesn't have.
Correct.
Right? That's the nuance of relationships and relationship building that we don't hear. Right? We get the I need a man who's a provider type conversation, right? Where if a man can't pay all my bills, then why am I with him? This, that, and the third, right? But like you said, you had yours, right? You went and got yours, had your house, had your career, had your car. And now you were just like, well, I'd like to have a person to share some of this with. You know what I'm saying? And that seems like a point of equality where a relationship should start.
And that's the thing. Like I said, because we both had that foundational beginning. Did it stray from that? Did we have moments where we were leaning upon each other because you had an idea? You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like,
absolutely.
We definitely did go there, but then we realized, like, if we weren't married, we would not have been together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If I was just your girlfriend and we hit this rough patch, I'd have been looking for the exit. But because I was his wife and we hit that rough patch, it was like, well, we got to tucker this out. We got to kind of go through this thing together. You know, and so we went through it, and it was really, really funny. I think it had to be like 2018. So it was like 3 years ago. That's so funny. It was like 3 years ago. I was sitting, and these younger girls in the office were talking, and the girl said, well, yeah, my fiance has money, but it's not even about that. And she was a young girl.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm listening to her talk, and I'm just like, she's so cute. You know? She's so cute. Like, he's not even about that. It's always the one who got the money. Like, yeah, because he has the money, it ain't about that.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
But she said something that clicked in my head for me. And she said, it's so much more than money. She said, he keeps me sane. She said, if I didn't have him to keep me sane, I would be a mess. So for me and him, it's not even about the money. And when she said that, it was like an eye-opening for me, because it was during that time, like, you know my story. We've talked about it, everything. You know, we went through my husband trying to change his career and trying to figure out at such a late point in his life. So we went through that whole financial thing. And
Stuff that relationships go through.
Yeah,
Right.
and
Normal,
my family,
regular stuff that relationships go through.
and my family kind of didn't support me, because my family was raised under the, if you ain't working and got no money, you ain't no good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it was just like, but then I'm in the social services field, so that's like totally negating everything that I know.
Yeah.
Second chance, rehabilitation, this is just temporary, you know, all of that stuff.
Right.
So I'm trying to, like, bring my childhood upbringing with my career and what I've learned, educational, as long as what I'm feeling for this man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to bring all of this in line, and it wasn't easy. But I had to realize, like, yeah, it is. It's because at the end of the day, like, I want to call him and tell him about what's going on.
You know, when you talk about your story, right, Meek, like, the way that you're discussing it is that because the two of you have a union and a bond that you value and appreciate, you understand that it is not conditioned upon how much money he makes or, you know, how well he does or how successful he is, because the way that the two of you got together and the union that you formed was greater than the money that he had.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not conditional. I call that love.
Yeah.
You know, he likes to joke with me and say, I love love.
You do kind of love love,
And
bro.
and
Let's keep it on it.
and the reality of it is that when it's real love, but I don't know that everybody truly understands what that is.
No, that's real. That's real.
It's one of those things that for me, a lot of marriages, and I'm going to just say this, 'cause I'm speaking for all women, right?
All of them.
A lot of marriages fail because people do not allow the other person to be who they are at home.
Okay.
She's preaching again.
Okay.
And I say that because home is where you're supposed to be most comfortable.
Yep. I agree.
Home is where you're supposed to be able to be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
With the freedom to do, say, live however you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you might be Julius, the manager at work,
Mm-hmm.
and you're running like 7 or 8 departments.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is like, oh my God, Julius is so expedient. Julius is on top of everything. Julius. But then your wife is like, yeah, but Julius is lazy at home.
Mm-hmm.
Julius don't do blah, blah, blah at home.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's not giving you the freedom to be like, yeah, but Julius is tired of having to always put on a face for everybody. Give Julius that freedom to be who he wants to be at home. If he needs to sit and do nothing, then don't make him feel like, you know what I'm saying, he's wrong for that. If she wants to do whatever, you have to allow each other to be who they are at home. And I think for me and my husband, that's where we mastered it, because I gave him that, okay. You know, and then he gave me that, and we have a daughter, you know, so we have to give each other, we give each other that space to be who you are at home.
I think I appreciate you saying all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that all of that is so vitally important
Mm-hmm.
in a healthy relationship, where two people are actively working together to make the relationship continue to grow and to stay healthy and to stay on top of things, right? Mm-hmm. So I have no debate for you on any of that.
Gosh.
Yeah, no.
Though.
You straight. No, I don't have a but this or what about this. I'm not going to do that to you because I appreciate the fact that you are, you're delving into a lot of the stuff that I've talked about on this podcast over the past year.
Oh.
Right? So people don't know that you and I know each other very well, but at the same time, we do know that like there is a commonality between us, and it does form a lot, or it does intersect a lot as it relates to relationships, right? Absolutely, 100%. I'm not going to downplay relationships, marriage, or anything like that. B knows that that's not something that I stand on. I'm not going to sit here and kick people's back in for being in a relationship or being married and trying to make it work. I'm never going to do that, right? B, you look like you had something you wanted to add.
Because you kept looking at phone.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think a lot of people are in bad relationships and they don't realize they're in bad relationships. I think a lot of people think that just because they're in a relationship, they're in a regular relationship and they're just going through something.
And people
don't
know people just don't know what a healthy relationship looks like.
Yeah.
Whether they didn't have an example of it from their parents, or they've had multiple negative experiences in the past, and they think that in order for somebody to show that they love you, that they care about you, that you have to be able to push a button and they have to react or respond a certain way.
Right.
That, to me, that is not healthy. That's not healthy. If you're in a relationship with somebody and there's frequent arguing or always, dissent between the two of you, and you're just always in a disagreement, at some point the reality has to set in where one party or both parties look at each other and say, is this really working for us?
Yeah.
But see, you have to also what are you arguing about? And is that argument even because of us? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times your marriage is affected by a lot of external stuff. And then you get so caught up fighting these different points to prove these external things really matter when they really don't when you get to the bottom of between the two of you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing too. we would have checked out years ago if we didn't realize that there was so much external stuff that was interfering or that was causing us to be angry at each other. And we were like fighting and yelling and arguing. And it was just like, wait a minute. I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad because, you know, A, B, C, and D. But then you have to also remember that once you get through these hurdles or trials or whatever, there's still residue.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, there's still, you know, oh, you spoke to me in this certain tone.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can't
big.
get over that. And then it's like all of these things that just keep playing a part. And I think for me, there should come a point in time in your marriage or relationship where you become family. Because there is a sexual attraction, yes, that keeps you separate from the whole agape, eros, all that, them levels of love. But you have to have a familial, unconditional, so I won't cross this line with this person because they're my family. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And if you're like 5-6 years into this marriage and you don't kind of start pulling that in, you're not gonna make it.
Right.
Boom.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm glad you used the term unconditional. I've used it in the past, and I use that. I hold that term, you know, at a very high regard because I think that is absolutely the difference between love and, you know, a relationship that doesn't necessarily include love. You know, we are together because, you know, you and I have something in common. We, you know, we work together, or we work well together, or we both like sports, or we both like, you know, running, working out, or exercising. But when it becomes unconditional, there's very little that can happen that's going to cause me to feel different about you. Yeah. You know, I may say like we need to work through this, but unconditional means I'm willing to work through this. You feel me? And everybody isn't there. Like I said, everybody doesn't have an example of what that looks like. And it's unfortunate. I would love for everybody to be able to have that, to experience it at least once in their life, right? I would. I know I get on here and I crack jokes about women don't like men, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I would love for everybody to truly be able to experience unconditional love at least once in their life. Because I feel like once you have experienced that, it's the best feeling in the world. It's the greatest, it's the highest high. There's nothing better than it. And that is the hill I'll stand on. B?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with that. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I think getting to that point now is tougher and tougher. I think that for our generation, I think it was pretty hard. I think for the younger generation,
it's virtually impossible.
Right. So like people like your kids' age, I think they're gonna have a very difficult time getting to that place. Only because like there's a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And we live in a fast-paced world where relationships are disposable now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think a lot of people go into relationships thinking that they want to make it work, or that they're going to find somebody that they want to be with. I think it's, well, this works for me right now, and I'm going to hope that it works for me in a month, and I'm going to hope that it works for me in a year, and then at some point, we'll just kind of figure out what we're doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily know if people date with real intention and realistic intentions of those intentions. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's more of just kind of like the mindset of a generation just to begin with. It's the same approach that they have to working. It's the same approach that they have to everything. Anything and everything is disposable and dispensable.
Yes. And I don't want to be the Gen X guy bashing the millennials or whatever, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I think that the way we approach things is, if it doesn't serve us, then we move on to something else now. We don't stay necessarily where we're miserable, or where we think we're miserable, or for some people where they're even slightly inconvenienced. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the range of motion we have now, because in almost everything we have more opportunities. We have more opportunities to talk to new people. We have more opportunities to move to a different job. We have more opportunities to get up and if I say tomorrow, look, I'm leaving, I'm moving to Texas, I can do that. You see what I'm saying? It might take a little bit of planning, but I can do that.
Yes.
And I can do it freely. And nobody would think that was crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody would blink and be like, yo, B was just here in Jersey. Now he's saying he's moving to Houston.
Yo, B, you moving to Houston, bitch?
Hey, listen.
Yo, let me know, bro.
Listen.
Let me know. Let's get the video software set up first.
I mean,
for so we can do
nah,
pod
but I'm just saying,
remotely.
I feel like that's where life is now, right? We're to the point where we're like, there are options, and everybody wants to take advantage of the options that life is presenting to them, and to try to create more options. And I just think relationships kind of falls into another one of those subcategories of things I might have options in.
Crazy.
And I think that's how everything just kind of gets lumped together now.
I agree.
Well, this is definitely the age, or the new age, should I say? Because my daughter, she's 17, and the things that I'm like, well, you don't want to do this, and she's like, Mom, nobody does all this stuff no more. And it's just like real simple dating thing, like we want to bring him to the house, we want to meet him, we want to take him to dinner, we want to do this,
cook.
and oh no.
We losing recipes.
Listen, I am all.
That's no slander or hate towards your daughter. I'm just joking, but I'm for real.
Figuring out, but no, she has to figure it out.
Y'all better learn how to cook out here. I'm sorry.
Yo.
Listen, these children.
Yo.
Cooking is a major thing in a relationship now, yo.
Man.
Like,
really?
Some of these
is
chicks.
It a two-way street?
Some of these chicks be like, you want me to cook?
Let's get it.
What are you talking about? Like it's a magnificent effort. I'm like, you gonna eat dinner today, right?
That's a gender role.
Are you buying groceries?
Yeah, I can do that. That's nothing.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's nothing. But that's not the conversation that's being had about it though. It's not like if I say, look, I'm gonna go to the store right now, buy some steak and lobster. Can you cook up a meal?
Oh.
Like that's not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like, if you're like, yo, can you cook or something? Chicks take that as like an offense. Like, you would even ask that question. Like, we're not to that point in our relationship.
Yes.
Like, bruh, y'all already did anal. You were definitely to that point in your relationship. What are you talking about? You can absolutely cook for this man.
I'm
just saying.
That wasn't on my bingo card. Anal was not on my bingo card, but here we are.
Are you disagree though?
Here we are. No. I agree. You just caught me by surprise. And on that note,
my bad. I'm sorry.
On
man.
that, no, you good. We know what this is. We know what we do here from our podcast.
Y'all know me.
Okay.
It's at B Davis Project on Twitter.
All right. So what I will say, Meg, thank you so much for coming through.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, you came through. You dropped gems on us.
Absolutely.
You gave us premium content.
Yeah.
I really want to put this. Like, I want to get this out so people can hear like an actual real life woman who has her head on her shoulders the right way. For any of our female listeners, if you identify as a woman, whatever it is, your pronouns are her, she, whatever. Like, y'all heard what Meeg said. Like, please take it in. Y'all hear us every single week, and all we do is we just hate on people. But y'all heard Meeg, all right? Hey, B, I appreciate you holding it together for 55 minutes, until you dropped the anal in there, the anal reference in there.
Definitely.
I'm sorry.
You did so good today, bro.
I was trying not to show out in front of company,
I'm giving you an extra check mark on the board for today, man.
Trying,
Good job. You're a teacher's pet today.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else. I appreciate you guys. SO, get your Christmas tree up and your ornaments lined up, and make sure you're back here, because if not, we got your spot already taken.
Oh.
You feel me?
He out there playing elf on a shelf.
I would love to definitely come and fill in.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
I got a fourth mic. I've been looking for a fourth mic anyway, so just let me know whenever you with it. You got it's an open invite. You know where I'm at now.
I appreciate it. Yes, definitely appreciate it.
All right. But let me sign this out. This is Julius from Earth signing out. Peace.